Donald Trump is going to war with Google apparently, while also sort of covering himself with a new sort of social media focused right-wing conspiracy theory. He tweeted this earlier. Sundar Pichai of Google was in the Oval Office working very hard to explain how much he liked me, what a great job the administration is doing, that Google was not involved with China's military, that they didn't help crooked Hillary over me in the 2016 election, and that they are not planning to illegally subvert the 2020 election despite all that has been said to the contrary. It all sounded good until I watched Kevin Cernekee, a Google engineer, say terrible things about what they did in 2016, and that they want to, quote, make sure that Trump losses in 2020. So he's gonna be watching Google very closely because of all this. So that name has come up before in right-wing media. What should we know about this story?
So Kevin Cernekee has been making the rounds in right-wing media over the past few days and about the last week. He claims that he has been fired from Google for being a conservative. Nobody in the right wing thought to check that claim. So he went on. He did the rounds. He was profiled in the Wall Street Journal. He went on Tucker Carlson's show, and nobody really did any fact checking who this guy is, what he might be interested in. As it turns out, this Kevin Cernekee guy has been promoting various white nationalists and various white supremacist groups, most notably defending Richard Spencer, the white supremacist white nationalist, after he was punched on Inauguration Day. He also defended a group called the Golden State Skinheads and offered his thoughts online on a forum about how they could rebrand to help preserve the white nationalist movement in California and across the country. So this is a guy with alleged ties to white supremacist and white nationalist groups, and he clearly had a falling out in Google because of that. His colleague or former colleagues now have gone public with this after they saw he was making the rounds and getting all this publicity and being portrayed as a martyr. It's like, wait a second, no, this guy is actually reprehensible. But because of the way this infrastructure works, and again, as we talked about on the show before, Trump's reliance on Fox News for his information, Trump took that as gospel and is now parroting this guy's claims that Google worked against Trump and now has tried to suppress negative stories about Hillary Clinton.
See, that is what people need to know. It's not particularly complex, but it does leave us with some additional questions like, what is Donald Trump doing spreading this guy's message? In just a couple of days after a white nationalist commits a horrific terror attack, he is jumping out to help a guy who has personally defended white nationalists. I think that should be the story, not the idea that Google is committing treason against the United States. In any event, Jordan, we always love to have you on. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me, John.
Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.